I'm back, and I just come back to tell you I told you so. I told you that there was a book coming out that would reveal some of the things that we all were able to see during our previous president's time in office, how he was slipping and how he was not up for the task. So the book is out now, one of them. There are still more to come, but one of them is out now, and it talks about all of his slippage and all of the moments that he had that were not conducive to being the President of the United States, and how all of the aides are talking now about not having access and the things that they saw our president do, while those who were the face of the administration was saying that he was as sharp as he ever was, and he was running circles around everybody in the White House. Nobody could keep up with him, and so forth. But now we find out that he slept all night. So if there was an emergency at night, he was not available. But anyway, I knew it was coming. And I want to focus on our state. I will do a State of the Union to say how happy or how pleased I am with the trajectory of America right now, that we're doing good and that we're on the upward climb and things are working out. And I have great expectations for the future. We're talking about the first 100 days and all of the things that have been done and how things are looking. So my assessment of the president has proven to be what I always thought it would be, meaning that I have always advocated for a businessman to be the president rather than a politician. And for the reasons that we're seeing now, a businessman always looks out for ways to please his customers and to get more customers and to watch his bottom line. You know, how the business is doing. Is it losing money or gaining money? And that's what a businessman does, as opposed to a politician. He does things to get himself elected or to make him look good to his constituents. The businessman operates on the bottom line. The politician operates on what will this do for me? So you see, we have that experience now, if we would stop and look at it. And this is why when I say think about this is what we should do as we see what's going on. We should stop and think about where we are, where we came from, and where we hope to be, so we can gauge the progress of our American economy and our society as a whole. Because I'm seeing good things now, where we're not into this DEI and this trans and all of the other things that we were faced with. And we see things that are happening now for the good of the country. And this is what you should think about. Think about where we were. We were always in the last administration, always looking at things that were going to regulate us. You know, you couldn't have this type of a dishwasher. We was going to make this gas stove the only thing you can have in your kitchen would be electric stoves. Get rid of the gas stoves. And power, solar, and our cars in 2035. Everybody have to have an electric car. All of these things. Now we're just having things that makes life simpler or better. So we need to think about these things when we go to the polls to vote. What is this person's attitude toward life, and what has he done in the past? You see, I'm loving, again, the things that are taking place right now, because when we look at the Democratic Party Now, they just want to move forward. They're not concerned with anything else. They say, well, did you see the president when he was incapacitated or when he was acting strange? What did you... Oh, no, we don't want to talk about that. Let's just move forward. We're moving forward now. Nobody wants to talk about the cover-up is what it actually was. Covering up this person who was unable to function while running the most powerful country in the world. But that's what they did because, again, they look at things different. They look at what will this do for me? And if we say that he's in bad shape now, it's going to make us look bad and we'll probably lose in the election and our constituents won't like us anymore. It's just a pitiful situation when we have what we had, politicians, and that's all they cared about was themselves and how they could regulate us rather than to go out and do everything you can do to build the country up so that everybody can get a little piece of the action. So I need you to think about this. Think about the business aspect of our country and the political aspect of our country. Which would you rather have? And then see who provides that for you. Again, I am pleased with President Trump and the way he's conducting things and the things that he's doing. And I need to make clear that when I say I'd like a businessman, I wouldn't care what party. Well, yeah, I probably would. If it was a Democrat businessman, I probably wouldn't think too much of it. But a Republican, Libertarian, Independent businessman, I would be perfectly fine with. But Democrats are just not good people. And you can see it in everything that they do. Right now, we're paying for trips for them to go to El Salvador to visit a criminal who snuck into the country illegally and then got put out. Now everybody says he's our national hero because he was wronged by this administration. And we're seeing a lot of that now. That's the Democrat Party. They are fighting like the Dickens for the people who broke the law to come into our country, use up our resources without contributing anything, and they are supposed to have, and they did have, more rights than we do. I mean, they could fly all over the place without identification. We can't get on a plane without being searched because we're citizens and we are law-abiding people. But they broke into the country illegally, and everything else is just handed to them. So just watch the news and you'll see them picketing and rallying and singing weird songs in front of all of the detention centers where these migrants or illegal aliens or whatever you choose to label them, where they're being housed. The Democrats have staged up around and start singing, and this weekend we had 3 of them to break into one of the facilities. They were taking prisoners in a car. They stormed the gates and went into the facility, and the mayor got arrested, and it was the mayor, and they got arrested, and then 3 congressmen. Now, what are they doing for the American people? This is what you need to think about. Look at what they're doing for the benefit of the illegal alien, and then think about what they've done for you. Have they ever fought for you this hard? Have they ever put that much effort and emphasis into your well-being rather than to get you to pay some taxes or something, or to get you to donate to something? They really go after you for that. But other than that, you're just out there. So you need to think about where we are. And I just thought I'd come back and remind you that I told you so, that the book was coming out on your former president. But if you are a Democrat, you really need to stop and just start paying attention to what's going on and see what you have bought into or have signed on to. In the meantime, pray every day for the country and for the leaders of the country. Pray every day for the people and for the changing of the hearts and minds of the people. That is the only way that we're going to get this country straightened back out and have it back to where it was intended to be. A light on the hill with freedom and liberty, justice for all people. So, again, think about who you are, where you are, and whose you are, and pray that you have the ability or the wherewithal to see clearly who you are electing and why you are electing them, so that you can have the representation that you pay your taxes for. I mean, we pay dearly for these people to do what they're doing. And again, look at the Doge. Go on the internet and look up doge.gov, doge.gov, and just see where all of the money and things are going that we've been paying for. And if you see where all that money is going, you'll realize that they're ripping us off for a reason. They want us to be hungry, broke, and relying on them. But thank God that we have a God who give us life and give us that life more abundantly. And we can have that in America, because this is the land of the free. It ain't been too brave lately, but it is still filled with liberty. So let's bring our country back to where we can have all of the things that we have doted on, or that we have been taking credit for. That liberty, freedom, home of the brave, justice for all. All of the things, we've lost a lot of that because we don't have justice for all. Some of these people are doing things that they're not getting their just reward for. Just like the illegals we just talked about, coming over and getting everything. That's not justice. That's supporting bad behavior. And it is costing us. So God bless you. And again, think about these things and think about this.